In this video, I'm going to show you how to make abstract wall art that has secret hooks to hang your jackets. So let's go. Okay, so to make this abstract wall art that also works as a coat hanger or a hat hanger, towels, whatever you want to hang on it, I'm going to be using walnuts. I have different sizes and widths here, which is what I want. I also have this really long piece of board that I need to cut down to make smaller strips. Basically, I'll have different sizes like that, sticking out different lengths. One of the pieces will be able to flip out that way. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, continue watching the video and we'll get right into it. Alright, so I started by cutting down my pieces of wood to 1.5 inches to 2 inches to give me different widths for my strips. Once I had multiple strips, I took them over to the planer to get them down to different thicknesses. Crosscut sled made easy work of cutting down the strips to random lengths. Okay, so after many hours of sanding, it is done. Well, the sanding part is. Now I'm just gonna glue this up, but I'm gonna do it in sections. I don't wanna glue these skinny pieces in yet because this is what's gonna pivot and is gonna give me my hooks. So I need to insert dowels down here at the bottom so they have a pivot point. So I'll do like these sections, for example, and then these sections and so on. I just used a drill to make my holes for my dowels, starting with a small bit and making my way downtown. I did end up splitting one of the hooks while I was drilling, but it was still usable. I'm using 3/8 dowels to give me my pivot rods for these hooks. Wood glue is not necessary, so I stopped adding it after the first 2 rods. I had to round over the back of the hook so that it would have clearance to pivot away from the wall. I then proceeded to drill holes in the side pieces the same way that I drilled the holes on the hooks. Having a drill press would have made this task much easier and cleaner, but I got it done. When gluing up the wider pieces to the thinner ones, I had to make sure no glue got on the area where the hooks are going to go, so that they could pivot freely. Okay, so it's the next day here. The glue has plenty of time to dry, so I'm going to take it off the clamp, see if my hooks actually work. So there's one that's giving me a hard time here. I don't know if that one's gonna work. But the other three do. So I got this one, this one, this one. There you go. I got 4 hooks. Because I want this to sit flush with the wall, I'm going to be using a router with a keyhole bit. I just have to find the center of the piece and route the hole there. I will be leaving links to everything I used in the video down in the description, so make sure you check that out. All right, now that I sanded everything back down to 220 grit, I wiped it off as best as I could, and I'm gonna apply some wipe-on poly. I'm gonna do the back first, and then I'll flip it around, and then I'll do the front. So I'm not sure if I have a bad batch here, but this wipe-on poly that I use sucks. I definitely recommend you use something else, maybe something you could spray to get inside all the corners. But after applying that poly, this project was done. I am really happy how this turned out. Not only does it look good, but it's functional. If you found any part of this video helpful or entertaining, make sure you hit that like button. If you didn't like the video for some reason, also hit that like button. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make an abstract wall art that has secret hooks.